Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see last season's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Hermstreet. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. They stop him at the deep and solid coverage. Both teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the #2 seed in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For UA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. From deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. Let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Man, I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now, big decision coming up here on 4th.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Throws it to the right. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Offense looking to throw the ball. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
What a play by this defender to step in and swat that deep ball away.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. On the toss play, runner moving left. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a receiver. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's a target, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Quarterback, pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Texas, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here comes the point after attempt. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. And they may not hurt you on the big long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He tests the middle, but gets stuffed. That one goes nowhere.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Second down and 11. The back's got it. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
What a job to bounce back by this offense. They get all the yardage back that they lost on this run and more. Now they're back on track with a very manageable 3rd and short.
Third down coming up after that running play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, snot the ball to 44.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary, and they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. Swarmed by the pass rush. Sacked.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example. Up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The sure hands. It's Porter. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to see a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that 1st down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got it, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Well, I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Keeper all the way. When they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
11th play of this grinding drive here in the playoff game. 3rd down and short. Looking to throw. It's Sayin. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! As they get on the board here in this playoff game. So with playoff pressure, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
And the point after is good. A&T ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's he's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled on the play, but there is a flag down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And the offense starts in the shadow of their own end zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Receiver now before the snap. Looking to pass here on second down. That's caught. It's Moore. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
The receiver does all the work here, man. That is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
It's a short completion of the big tight end. Moves the ball to the 25, good enough for a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Running out of time in the pocket. He's got it in the open. He's in the clear. Crosses the 10. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT puts him in front by 7. After putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Texas. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Scanning the field. It's Sayan. He's running out of time here. There's contact on the throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down on the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
At the 25, it's second and 10. Can they make it a third and manageable here? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Big throw caught on the left side. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
But Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that line with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
We'll hand it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
I'll tell you, this defense continues to just be physical and at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tough running to avoid a loss. That just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice throw here by the quarterback. Goes with a touch pass, but man, let's give credit to this defense. They are flying around, and he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And the deep shot falls incomplete, but wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy is going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
I like the call here. 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the punt will bounce and roll out of bounds. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Receivers are bunched together. To throw, it's Manning. Quick dart to the right. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Incompletion brings up an important third down. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Crucial third down play right here. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to scramble. And he'll finally let it fly deep to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Great play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Play action here on first down. Bringing pressure. Using his legs on the scramble. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, and I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback, because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Back to throw. It's Manning. A short completion to the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Pass rush closing in. He's going to pull it down and run. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He escapes the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play here before halftime. Dropping back, it's Sayin. The pocket breaking down. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown on that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The first play of the drive now from the 25. They get the second half started with the running play. Swap. Bet the line could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
Here comes a handoff. Breaks an open space. Picks up the first, looking for more. Finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. The offense is fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play it needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. And here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Catch made on the out route. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22.
The key on the third down between the quarterback and the wide receiver is the timer. That quarterback knows that he's got to get the ball out quickly and on time to give his receiver a chance to not just make the catch and stay in bounds, but to be able to give him a chance to maybe get upfield and make a play.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. To throw, it's Sayin. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. It brings up 2nd down.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
Incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 22. Going to run it here. They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, their hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on the...
Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see last season's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here on the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Football playoff game. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. The defense all over it. They stop right at the line.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
Important second down play coming up. To throw, it's Manning. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Send the back in motion. First down. Looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
The Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. That play moves the ball across midfield to be set up with a first down at the 41.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
First down here for this offense. To the air, it's Manning. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the catch downfield. Touchdown, Longhorns, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Back in motion now. First play looking to throw it. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Second down after the incompletion. They'll run it from the gun. First down and more. He's still running. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. Just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
They all placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with running back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
accuracy on the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass, it's Sayin. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
Here's the first play of the drive. He started at 28. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Ball is incomplete. A lot of heat on that throw. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's complete. Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Manning. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Looking to throw yet again. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The Longhorns are going to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trying for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And finally, he's looking deep down the left side. He grabs it inside the 20.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or the possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. He'll hand it off. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Now here's the toss play. Fights off a defender. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
On this drive, they're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down, but it's third down and 9 here. Back to pass. It's Manning. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
When they take a shot into the end zone on third down, they come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. He missed it. Off target that time. After the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it. The ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. A handoff to the back. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Toss play to the outside. Breaks free. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Receiver in motion now. And there's the handoff. He gets loose. They stopped him, but it's a first down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff again. Breaks loose at the 40. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with a good throw to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Because that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Pressure is coming. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
They'll kick it away here. And he's got it at the 15. And the return brought down by the coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Jukes to get free. Breaks into the clear. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. Gets rid of it on the move. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch me over the middle.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Here's the 2nd down play. It's Manning. Defense is coming after him. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Moore. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Long Longhorns are in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback.
Myers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. On first down, it's a play action. Running out of time in the pocket. Contact as he let the ball go.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with it.
Oh, the ball's not loose. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
Chris, this could end up being a critical play in this game. If they don't have a chance back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looking right, this one caught. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have the sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitching catch.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. There is a flag on the field, so let's check that out. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Ohio State, 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Texas.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, guarded out, tried to make a play. Good coverage that time.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Back to pass. It's Sayin. He's running out of time here. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Looking to throw now on first down. Nice grab. It's Moore. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Throws it to the right. And the ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Well, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
He lets it go on the move. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Completion makes it second down. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Throws to the tight end. Catch is made down the middle. Brought down quickly, but it's a big game through the air. Spot the ball at the 45.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And it goes incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
come to the line with 3rd and 1. He keeps it on the design run. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Peoples. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Buckeyes are going to cash in here in the red zone. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Good enough for first down yardage.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Buckeyes have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. Pass is caught. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Touchdown, Ohio State, as the QB fights his way into the end zone.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 31, so makes a good choice bringing it out of the end zone. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up with the 31. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Dropping back, it's Manning. Finally throws it deep to the right. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. The pass ball is incomplete. He tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Even though that was incomplete, that was a savvy play by the quarterback to escape the pocket and the pressure to avoid taking the sack.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's caught. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
An important 3rd down play coming up. Looking to throw again. On the move now. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
It's an out route, the catch made. And he's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on 4th down where you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a 1st down.
Longhorns pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going. There's the handoff. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and offensive coordinator, you hit a ball, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Manning. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this 3rd quarter? Trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. 2nd and goal. They'll give him another chance. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
An important 3rd down and goal now. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
What a tough matchup for this defense down inside the 5-yard line against a big tight end. You're so worried about a slant or maybe a fade to the receivers, and instead they go to the big man and he makes you pay.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
24, Ohio State, 14-6.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. First play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves left out of the pocket. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Well, finally, there it is. I mean, we've been talking all game about this guy and his speed, and it's about time his best run of the game. As we head down the stretch, he's going to have to keep that in mind, that when everyone's covered, take off and use his legs and make big plays like this.
And the wideout goes in motion. Bringing pressure. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
2nd down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he heaves it off. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. A deep shot to the left side. Pulls it in outside the 10 and still running. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead, you got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Big pass, here comes a jet sweep. He's got room to run. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Looking to throw. It's Manning. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. High completion makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's going to take off here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in our fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up the first down.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you'd want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Longhorn starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Pounding away with the run game. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. You know, timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Pass caught, can he get in? And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. So the potential game-time score wiped away by the penalty as time is running out. That could be one of the crucial moments of this game. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Tight end makes the grab. He's swarmed by the defense.
Boy, Tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
Offense facing second and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on second down. There's the grab, a chance to score. Tackle at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. Grab made by the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So forget the field goal attempt. They'll try to pad the lead with a touchdown here on fourth and goal. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
21, Texas.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Oh, that one's picked off.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.